Lou Holtz, the famous football player, once said, and I quote, ability is what you are capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do, and attitude determines how well you do it. Good evening to fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I would like to start by asking a very simple question. Has anyone present here ever felt like excelling at everything? Like being that one person who wants to be versatile in life, like being a doctor, lawyer, like in one, like all of it in your one lifetime. Anyone? Just show a raise of hand. That's okay. I can see many of you have raised. I guess most of you are ambitious. So, well, in my case, it wasn't me, but my parents who thought so. And I was admitted in kindergarten to Srimati Slochna Devi Singhania School, Thane, which was known as one of the elite school during my time. And by the time I reached the second grade, my parents enrolled me in sports, especially as an athlete. So, not to brag, but I was pretty good at it. And my parents thought the same, and they were dreaming about me being an athlete in the near future. But the aspirations were shattered when my training hindered my academic progress. From a straight A student, I became an average student. So I had to stop my training and had to focus more upon the studies. However, this didn't stop my parents from making me the second Einstein the world might know. Preparing for Olympiads, school quizzes, and scholarships literally felt like grinding my brain. I ardently anticipated that the grooves on my brain were going to vanish with this much of pressure. And it kind of became a daily routine like eat, study, sleep, and repeat. And although this routine did wonders for me, it was pretty hectic for me to handle all of the school drama along with my parents' hopes as well. So in sixth grade, I joined this military, which was an extracurricular and mandatory activity offered by our school. And it kind of taught us how to be a leader. And also it taught about rifle shooting and other amusing things. And being the commander of my troop, my parents were very proud of me when they saw me in that military uniform. And hence they decided to put me in defense sector now. So, however, when they saw my rifle shooting performance, the aspirations that were soaring so high came down crashing right away. Moving on, I guess all of you might have seen the movie Three Idiots. So, anyways, in one of the scenes where as soon as Farhan Qureshi was born, his father takes a decision of making him an engineer, and I quote, "Mera beta engineer banega." So by the time I reached 10th grade, in similar way, even my fate was sealed to become a doctor. Although my parents did take that decision for me, my interest in biology peaked during this time period. Now, making it to 10th grade earlier than expected, I was on fire. I think most of us have experienced the trauma of passing the boards where everyone, parents and those relatives from whom the kids have never met, they have terrified the kids by saying, study well. If you don't get good marks, you won't get into a good college. If you don't get into good college, you won't get a good job. And it's still going on and on and on till date. So this train helped me to pass my 10th boards with an aggregate of 90%. Next started my journey to get into a medical college. Now, belonging to an open category, it was very hard to get into a government medical college. And on top of it, cracking the medical entrance exam, that is the NEET UG, which you all must have heard of, was arduous. Now, from attending lectures at college to classes till 9 in evening, the next 2 years were a complete struggle. So on the day of that exam, with all that jitteriness, the exam commenced. After 3 hours of being in deep water, I was finally relieved that my exam was finally over. Now we were just lingering upon time for the final results. Finally came the D day, the day of my result. Me and my parents waited for the result with bated breath. On announcement of the result, since I didn't get into a very high score, unfortunately I didn't get into a medical college I had dreamt of. And although I was upset, I didn't lose hope and decided to take a drop to prepare solely for the entrance exam. I perused myself into books along with solving past year question papers. I grinded my brain all year long, from missing my brother's wedding to not even celebrating my own birthday at the end of the year. Where at the end of the year, I finally took the exam. And oh boy, did I crack my exam this time. And also did get into a college this time. And although I was elated yet, I felt dejected because it wasn't the one which I had always wanted to go into. And then it just struck me, if I can't get into medical, why not go for paramedical instead? So after months of research, I came across another course, MBA Pharmatech, which is a dual degree with a specialization in pharmacy. It's an integration course of MBA and pharmacy, which was offered by Nursi Munji Institute of Management Studies. And I enrolled for it, and here I'm now making drugs for the betterment of people. And although I might not be the second Einstein, it seems like I'm better at making drugs than making people better. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Vinay.